Enra Andy, I'm the course on here, Ben Mafne, Fulham. Semenyo, first minute goal, no. And a fair match Koso Italy, Bakoso Koso, La Liga, no. My name is Shemuka Krebia, and Sana in the Champions League games. Man was in Necra, the PSG 3-1, Barcelona 4-0 against Dortmund. Now, one analyze the Amanaku saying PSG need Barca and they qualify for final. It is coming and
you know, for the Barcelona game there, it will be difficult for Dortmund so more better skills. Looking at the recent Dortmund team, it almost almost bought Atuma, they've been super, but and yet a team with so much quality to beat Barcelona. And time and now more ball cry war. The league phase in Barcelona top because Monterrey goes to 2, and they will be playing without certain key men within the setup. The last week, Omoka Kubona slaughter beginning when I'm cast, their defense will not survive. They considered 4. And Barcelona still they'll keep the ball, maintain the possession, create holes within the back line of Bessimbani. Nicolas Sula will be back, Julian Racing, and you know, the likes of Altim, the back line, when Omobe try to create that space with him. I don't think Dortmund were lot to our Omobe Barcelona beat me. I qualified to the next stage of the competition. Football, it is full of uncertainties, a lot. Every team has a sound within the game. But Sergio, the Deportivo La Corona here, and I don't think Dortmund were the qualities to do that. No. Okay. Even Deportivo La Corona, they was 4-1 against Deportivo at the Giuseppe Meazza. And if you look at that Deportivo La Corona team of Alberto Luque, Juan Carlos Belleron, Sergio, Walter Pandiani, we munisa quality now, Mubetimi, at the match Barcelona, yes, come back. But at the end of the day, I think for me it's a foregone conclusion, and Barcelona be qualified to the next stage of the competition. Okay. But Villa Bema PSG is scared. So you know the PSG should watch out for them.
Sir.
Yes.
Okay.
Game no born or pack.
Aston Villa.
Yes. Game no
almost a character.
You know, this is a team that have won the UEFA Champions League before.
Oh.
Yes. You know, team experience.
Aston Villa.
Yes. On what the Champions League, the almost a
character no, it was a team.
No, you know, Chelsea Mutimi, Senya, Obama go through Conference League, the final ball of Mabo. You know, a character and new players now banned the debut. It is enshrined within the team. Yes. Yes.
Any of the has you call Africa, you
know, those teams they lack proper orientation.
Would it be able to be a car? I know how they are. I feel they're more orientation.
Real Madrid for so we might come back.
Yeah.
But after a game, no, come on, Cosso, your discussion at Cosso, your mom, visit to your meetings at Hodo. So I say, and I have fans now. No, the chapter video number 12 TikTok. Who are rebel? Chapter our mama a class posted you have vibrant and Omaka 5. And you know, you want the state of the club.
Character no how they are saying.
Yeah, me tell you say, and yema character ni remain, you know. Now that has, you know, heart me away. Send your house no more baby on than coming out. Heart me away. Send your house no more baby on than coming out. And come on. Sounds na kotokoti me away. And your kotoko no more ya, you know, you bo much we see coach nyade we nyade you know that first. Ya can born in your friend perform my pack on bomb coffee, Monsieur Park, on buy a boy in a very never on that first. I wanted that first.
So, I do baby, I no more relegation crowd.
I'm only saying that whatever the situation, you know, I told the bill near my club, no my club, near big, those things exist.
And the moment difficult craving. You see, Mechitum say club war, that winning mentality, our history now, it may edge on own. But the 1982 Aston Villa squad no Muji Europe no. Everything about that team is no present, including even ownership. Inti a bad thing ama Mr. Media Tum say because Aston Villa way back in 1982 they won the Champions League and now the then Europe Cup no. Inti no betumi nyansin so na ebe motivate players na bibi. Otherwise, this is Ghana struggling. Obian care about the year 1982, 78, and whatever. Nti say ya na and the current generation no e wo linkage bia na me feel say etimi utimi picky bi de be motivate you. But the 1982 Aston Villa squad now omo conquer Europe no, it's got nothing to do with the current day. Even Aston Villa qualifying for the Champions League, you know, na ya ngwade you feel say omaye etimi wuram e Premier League, and trust you me, say na Aston Villa free mukrana, they will still hit their chest to say omoye proud of their achievement, negotiating all the way through the league phase, through round of 16, and now to the quarterfinals. We can even classify this as one of their golden generations because of what they have achieved so far. I agree with Andy in a way, say they will make PSG struggle, suffer. Umbema PSG are suffer pa, but I don't think said the Omar in the previous lane a major issue because Boubacar Kamara and Yuri Teresman who show more experience, especially Telemans, an experience from the national team to club football. I think say Leicester J Premier League right now.
No, he wasn't.
He wasn't there. He got the
later.
Yes. Who share experience, and I also believe say PSG your biggest strength is their midfield trio of Vitinha, João,
Fabian Ruiz,
João, Neves, and Fifini be Dika. General, a tough game, and I still say on front three no, and your form na make say PSG for no form, but in terms of pedigree, Aston Villa and so on the fair share of the front three, Marcus Rashford, Asensio, and then maybe Yuri Teres, Oli Watkins. You can compare them to Dembele, Desiree, Duane, and then Kvaratskhelia. And general, and for PSG are struggling, but still, PSG seems to be. They'll give them serious care.
Oh well.
They'll give them serious care.
Over 3-1 scoreline.
You know, I can't over 10.
Okay.
That is not what you're saying.
I love you.
No, but the can say this first game in the course, individual brilliant 3 goals. It wasn't a well rehearsed strategic goal a buy. Kvaratskhelia baby, I know you know the ball on the 2 year. She deserved due deal. She no Mendes deal. And if she first like now, United selection for that particular game for me was wrong. Because in that game, it was so about Asensi, about Matthew Cash, and about Lucas Dean, and about Ezrikonsa and Taro Mins. This time, about Pau Torres and Ezrikonsa. In midfield, about the captain margin, about Boubacar Kamara, and about Abrante Fen Yuli Telemann, and about Rashford was top. But this time, Rashford should be on the left. Oli Watkins and cut up. Now, the Marco Asensio go right. Because PSG, apart from Mama who in midfield, no, or fullback, no, she active. Hakimi and Nuno Mendes. For me, Nuno Mendes has been my best left back in Europe this season. In midfield, the neighbor, no, or more than Samba with Marquinhos and the William Pacho. Last week, Lucas Berardo, na boy. It's Marquinhos, William Pacho, Obiani Marquinhos experience. At this level, into how you see Bono. But the midfield, PSG crown and the man who share more. Edin Sabon crown Abekabi. And with play, no, Desiree Doué, whether Bradley Bakula or Kvaratskhelia or Dembele. Excellent in one-on-one situation. Excellent in transitional play. Obia or quick feet, Obia progressive very well. Obia very direct. Obia and Fabo Manechi. It is only one more bonal to focus baby bar. But again, out of the 5 games available home, said you Mabodo Akope. Again, Juventus Bayern Munich, Omasha Omuni Juventus Bordeaux, Omasha Club Brugge, Omasha Celtic, Omasha Bologna. Into games on ball Villa Park in Yanabakopen Omunya draw. Into again, PSG about England this season twice. Nimi no yina won ye. Make 90th minute because Liverpool chamu and again team of my friend Arsenal. Obi a refisa Arsenal ne PSG e boy e was the league phases of the competition my Arsenal so shall. Into omo record in England in recent times and even so who expand you omo record in England apart from beating Manchester United 2-0 at the Old Trafford. And again, almost Man United 3-1 at Old Trafford. you know, not any good storyline when it comes to so I'm visiting England. But a game with you, I said, you are to lose. So, any man, I am any been some back. This is the right time. Will be or Champions League in view. It is a Dominia 2019-2020. Lisbon. Omuma Bayern Munich Ejena. You know, this is the right time. War. Teams are canon. You know, at least almost fair share of their talent. I'll waiting their match teams are can because so who lose who we need to Villa now Kwakushi Arsenal to Timichana Kwakushi Arsenal there. You know, equally. It will must Arsenal first one, but I don't think say in Tokwa a group PG should be baby so in Asia. Until what it takes to eliminate Aston Villa. I'm only hoping they will not shake as usual, no more committee errors. It said their ball from Mobi that said the last time Omko Benabao no Omko committee errors. Giovanni Lo says so name committee errors. You know, Omotimiko lose a game that I see PSG so almost be qualified to the next stage of the competition. Now to
Barca qualify. Well,
oh, you know, I mean, Barcelona qualified. Dortmund team is too open, too flexible, and it is not as if Omo may say key guys and those key guys will be back. Omo ya idea in the league phase, Omo ya idea in the knockout phases. Say one day now 2-0, I'll be more chance. Signal you do not beat me IBB. The first one a Barcelona, Omo ne Barca di cabo. Barcelona show by 3 goals to 2. It is a certain time they are be more chance you, but you know, Sevi Gurasi and I know quite chances on your team more. The likes of Gaitins, Karima Deyemi, or a very sluggish for my liking. With this Barca and Barca, you know, Barca already on Besashi with Lewandowski, Ferran Torres a bande with Rafinha on the left. We they are Barca will score. Yes, 4 goals on the a bad thing. Say Ubitimi Akase, Barcelona beating me free. I see Barcelona qualify to the next stage of the.
The ones on bet me a winning. Our Signal Iduna.
Oh yes,
against Dortmund.
Oh yes, Barcelona is capable of winning the Signal Iduna. You know. Okay.
All right. And the 2 games in the DMC be same review. And be a dog who are different about.
Yeah. Now and the PSG when they come to England, I am more thing. But under Unai Emery, Aston Villa also struggle against French opposition. I think that this will be his 4th game against the French, 5th game against the French side, and the last 3 were losing losing to Lille 2-1, losing to Monaco 1-0, and then losing to PSG in the first leg 3-1. What it means, and say under Unai Emery, or struggle against a French sides. Now, Andy Kerm, PSG, whatever here be I say this year, Champions League. And I agree. For me, I think that the only team in the competition in terms of form, and now say we are almost racing PSG, I think is Barcelona, because from their goalkeeper Donnarumma, Interphone, so yeah, maybe you can. They are not so flamboyant, but they'll give you the results. Maybe Barcelona PSG. Yeah. But PSG guys, you know, Oman started competition in the world. But getting to the latter part, no, who team say boys now pick up. Now you were talking about their back four. Means America, they have one of the experienced back four. Because say Mendes should be the best left fullback in Europe. I think say Ashraf Hakimi is another fantastic fullback, and his experience and his creativity from the right is something extraordinary. Marquinhos now Donnarumma as your goalkeeper. It means that they have a very solid defensive network. Then they have a very balanced midfield. Our midfielders, they are very interesting. So Vitinha, he's almost everywhere. About bossing midfield, at the amount. João,
Neves.
Yes, Neves is another hard-working guy, and we all know what Fabian Ruiz did for Spain in the European Championship. Anymore also is another thing. Almost starting Anke Bakola and starting, but the desire do it. I pick it form to the extent that he's walked straight into the first team. So, general, it's a difficult game, but 3-1 victory. No, they going to the facts. So say, under Unai Emery, Aston Villa struggles against French sides. I think the PSG could lose the game, but eventually they will qualify to the next stage of the competition.
Well,
you know, may hear transfer stories.
Transfer, but before also we call transfer, no, Doc, Onana, Muni Dinkrana, Mujanikwana. was started dropping against Newcastle. So no, die.
Yeah, he was
Turkish in the die. Yeah. Pay cuttings and semi as a APP. What's going on?
Yeah, it looks like they may want to get him out. England started saying him frustrate you. Fortunately for Nana and unfortunately for United, Ate our baby demo well my better account to be a 4th goal crowd on one at the chair. On one at the chair. Straight up. Into any backup be our he made to rely on him. I think this week in the Europa, Unana will be back.
Yeah.
In the Europa League, Unana will be back into the post.
Whoever decided about dropping my very bad decision to take.
General, who share the rhetorics around the team? And then command and course on your dinner. Look, Michidi passing Newcastle, Unana and the demo and Kebeshe still. But the beer, some mistakes remember. And imagine
this 4
is Unana and the Jays are 4 years.
Kadana,
the decision to drop him for me was good for him. And it was good for whoever dropped him, whether the coach or the goalkeeper's coach. Because Mfunsono Kokoyeno Leon.
Yeah.
It was just ahead of the game. You were the talking point. Gidi Dinafi, Wakoche 2 goals. But we had the on the better. First of all, the decision to sack David here and bring Onana was a major mistake.
Yeah.
So we can't tell me say upe goalkeeper or Bobo. Now upe do chibo there. Sebi nse hu
say Guardiola Simo
I say Eric Ten Hag ebeke ka kire no, and that guy David here had been our best player, not just best goalkeeper, best player on several seasons. You come and let him leave under this flimsy excuse. So pedo bet my boyfriend Chiraba and the kofa Onana by Onana is not a bad goalkeeper, but United setup in general we a player now general here obebre.
Yeah.
Ubenya those challenges no. Players na nkasa confidence obegyina ya ma keeper ball na bedi wo. No agina ye kwa ma agba ma no kredu ba bia edin. Eti wo bebo afre kire no bo ne sen.
Okay. All right.
Nana had been worse. Don't attribute it to any defender. Say Franco, Cameroonian goalkeepers nyade Nyankopon ahira omo pa na say omo de ye the goalkeepers acha omo. Carlos Kamani for me was a far better goalkeeper than this, but when he had the opportunity at that level, Inter Milan Champions League final, as Abba Manchester United, Onana at his level shouldn't be conceding those goals now or conceding no. Go now or concede against Bayern Munich. Mukai sa games no 4 no. Amateur goalkeeper na concede those goals. She first go no concede against Thiago Almeida. Leon, amateur goalkeeper. The second one was worse, and you know, we a game or before the game. Wow, said you, Onana, Debbie. We a game, I walk to pressure amount. Say, Matic Mutim no massa, or Monadie. Emma Matic, so I can't tell us, Senke Peters Michael. And that Edwin van der Sar, and then Cracker and can Hobeton. And I will say, Sam Matic in a bar man, you dear brown over ball, or my bobbia, just one on Sonadi. It is a joke. This is a game I want through a huge challenge to your competitor. Now we go game the free kick now or in zoom for the first one. Bon said you sit na home and see what Onana is a goalkeeper apart from being excellent. Ne photo no said you Onana before coming to Manchester United even Ayas on your bad goalkeeper. Onana no be as our boss we no. But said you oba hano atwa so for me 120,000 pounds a week said you nyesi ga ketwa man you for your beton but who is ready to pay that amount of money to Onana within a week. It is a Saudi phone and a bebadia. I think United going for said you my United next season omo hiansi sa ebebrebe. I hope say omo san koye their mistakes no my over the years no Onana dey said you omo man yes, and for me they need to ship him out so right. Omo pedia they need to show him there.
Matic no enya period. So on a day, better because one
Onana was better.
Go on the zone selection. Na make zone selection.
No question is to kwano. Enye Onana na start you. Okay. Okasaye about the saying team nom boy
Leon.
Even the comments no you know na ongu Leon anymore in a way, but it looks like Matic had almost shorter omo ye no into Matic mom, to be very honest, and it threw direct punch to Onana. Say he's the worst goalkeeper for Manchester United. He could be right in recent times because of goalkeepers now.
Hey, Zarango, mo keeper back when I'm the team I fit on the same po, but some bruta. Kushekana.
No, say no, you mean no. No, your assistant, but no, you
between Howard and Onana. My use. You
see, the difference is that Onana is in a very bad team.
Yeah.
Look, Andy, Onana made mistakes, but there are games that watchers on him go at saving Man United in several games.
I agree, but
why yes saves
the same person now consider goals we because akoya so be no balance ni
say na make us say
those players around we
have
those
made
players were lucky to play in a very good team. Because the whole village, any Ferdinand, any Gary Neville, any Patrice Evra or backline, now Paul Scholes, now Roy Keane in front of you, I said, you are assured of stability. You are sure of less pressure if you open into Robert. So I agree, but Franco at this level there, some mistake we are with.
Okay, you have a craving count. Yeah.
You know, I transfer to Chelsea back on.
Okay.
But yet it's a man you so panty on Semenyo.
Yeah.
Into Chelsea, Real Madrid.
This is the Liverpool do my
Yeah, you say Musala, Luis Diaz is there, Cody Gakpo, and so Liverpool, Umbertoma, Pia Darwin Nunes.
To be very honest, a Queen Liverpool team first were retaining Mo Salah. My respect you.
My
respect you because a near man and a free Saudi whole papa. Minimum some more catch Mo Salah.
Let's go. The amount of this
£480,000 a year.
Liverpool
£25 million a year.
C'est second behind Erling Haaland.
You see?
And Liverpool's all-time paid player.
No time, sir. No more to no General Kobeji better bigger one. Saudi honor.
Saudi for Fanny Baby, it's overrated. For salad, you know. It's figure to the crazy.
Saudi will not pay Salah less than 500,000 if they are taking him on a free transfer a week.
Yes.
They will not pay him less than 500.
I agree.
But I think Liverpool has done very well.
Yeah.
Even
Liverpool are there.
But you see, so your mathematics are say they've taken a good decision.
Exactly. Yeah.
Because imagine say per salary replacement no more can to say semenyo ebi abekwa akotua 80 million pounds and they akoto no and sana ni weekly wages enti 80 million na nka do bekwa akoto no wanya amfa nkoto no dawo now they are cancel at the no spread enti ube hu say 80 million pounds no eno nkwampo no eye wages no ho adwuma bebre de man. So for me, but whether Salah will give them top notch, maybe they need him for some 2 seasons.
They signed him for 2 seasons, and I think it's a good deal.
Yeah, we'll be waiting.
£50 million for 2 years. You know, away there will be any hobby that we also top pressure from.
Sure.
Because I hey.
This after 2 years, and obviously because I would
because you know a hono Salah courses here. Fans or the Bebano Yasemba.
Yeah.
Number 2, demand. You know, demand the hono be father send them better. Pressure. Who could be Jordan Henderson or Becatro? Demand is huge. It's Liverpool for me. They've done a serious business and they've done well.
Okay.
Do you know transfers on me quick? Real Madrid so almost pay 2 players, Zubimendi and McAllister. Almost pay 2 players. We Zubimendi from Real Sociedad, Alexis McAllister from Liverpool. Almost here, almost me, you know, almost team them said you.
I'm for Real Madrid.
That players we mean, you know, I know be a Madrid. Almost those players within their team. Kamavinga, Chouameni, Fadi Barbadi. What's the difference between Barbadi and McAllister? Same style, same profile. Near them, excellent shooter. But at the Madrid team, a proper conductor within their midfield. Obi a born, obe mo monso abobi, obetimi amomo kura, obetimi adareti omo play no.
To say
Vitinha, Bruno Guimaraes, Chelsea here or Yokadi free they say. Enzo Fernandez. That type of midfield, our moment on Tina Memo. Pierre for no million on better on the amount. It is the reason why I'm a momdi. Zubimendi Chouameni no difference. Saokofa Zubimendi and Chouameni no difference. Saokofa McAllister, Ferdi Valverde no difference. But Saudi Enzo, Bruno G, or any of the PSG 2 central figures never, or Nicola Barrera. So do we move Biaba? You are bringing a different direction of a profile. Say Javi Alonso never after Carlo Ancelotti. Javi Alonso had Abrante Feno, Palacios, last season Okofa, Alex Garcia from Girona. On the control me for them before Girona ever brought to the level of Champions League. And on didn't buy. So obviously you need a controller in your midfield because in the absence of Toni Kroos, Carlo Ancelotti about Kamavinga be enye, wabot your many be enye. Now saying for so ya the Danny Ceballos so buy. Or try say oh ye bibi, but say do anoku prior opportunity. Danny Ceballos is a good player, but ask yourselves, in all the team now, Danny Ceballos so abono. A here fan what team ya kwa say or your player at the elite level who here to control your midfielder or betting as everyone. Madrid and a lot of players or betting as Guti, Fernando Redondo, Zinedine Zidane, Babaye, Toni Kroos. Sena Kroos knew how Madrid can do it. But Sergio, Madrid and Timian replace Casemiro. Toni Kroos or Timian replace you know. They feel Jude Bellingham will replace Luka Modric in his absence. But two different profiles. So I can compare the two players. In Tisa per se, game na there be a 50-50 between them and opponent. No? It is because they don't have a conductor. But some pro beer, born or bet stress on game in call right, on game in call left, on game in slow down, on game in call direct, on game in any pace there. Then obviously those two profiles, I don't think they are profiles that will fit into the plan and that will fit into the system. Now Chelsea na last week, Barca lining up 5 strikers. And then for us now about 5 strikers lining up here. Hugo Etikite, Abrante Fen Liam Delap, Omubo Benjamin Sesko, Ena Abrante Fen Victor Osimhen. And watchi and they send crab and say you for person muja Abrante Fen Dusan Blahovic. Into Chelsea say Omope Obian Chelsea Tima. That the Noma Vlahovic sa Eumwa or ba a chain air so copy agent and a PG fans na sorry tia said I be Omu here to Zan Vlahovic or PG. A say coach I fan Thiago Motta Bencheno. No money more games in be Abram Kofa Columwani by him. Now Juve Faba I'll say Columwani and yet there's some Mobeman Antana because or a lone player no buy into a moment antana. It is so I got to the buy no. With a straight back plan was starting a use to design Vlahovic. But Genoa Vlahovic is good dear, but Chelsea need more than Vlahovic. Say Vito Osimhen or what? Say do minimum the country at Chelsea do Or person Osimhen or Sesko or any of those strikers who go a ticket there or to say Jackson Crown and him Jen. I don't think he's a player that will fit into the standard of Chelsea. But so Liam Delap, I don't think he's a player, Chelsea to beat me, I rely on him. The level for me, it knew that particular level. Inti Osimhen, Unya Osimhen as your number 9. You are sure. She'll call taking Anu ya almost 30 Janu. But he'll call.
What's them? So must find them.
Ehonana.
It said MLS, find them Messi. Intino or ye on what DB and young Wabia.
No, he's proven at all levels. And yet, on your player back on Waka say, I had no Wakobo Bon, 21 why I do. But Bill Simea could be a what you told him. Until you cannot compare the Turkish Super League to MLS. I was MLS and go relegation. But did you know, Osimhen has proven in the Serie A, he proved in the French League, he has proven in the Turkish League, he has proven in the national team platform bay. Until you need that figure. And up, strikers on war market and I want to do Osimhen. Would you check all around? Number 9 for Mujina Nimwa. Who see him for born in Tumuno? Jokeres, Bogos, Obi Bonidi, Luis Openda is playing well. Benjamin Sesko is okay. Ye can who go a ticket, ye can Leon Delap, ye can do Zan Vlahovic. Passejo, Victor Osimhen is in a class of his own. And he's an African player with a connection of 80 my friend Chelsea. So for me, Sergio is a player we are available. There's some mistake now I'm here. And I'm more wingers baby and I'm Kofa Neto, Mokofa Jadon Sancho, Maduke Woho, a lot of all these wingers on Amazon. So for me, for a perfect number 9, it is this Nigerian boy and no one else.
Bruno Gomes is more like a DM, and Alexis Maka has been restricted at Liverpool, but in Argentina, he's more of a controller of the game. Did Andy just say Bruno Gomes is more of a conductor than Alexis McAllister? How? And no way is he a similar player like Fede Valverde. Maka is like Vitinha. Desmond, and I do with Frank Maswaba. Almost no opinion.
Now, you know, I say with the new opinion. Bruno Gomes is a conductor. He conduct the Newcastle team. Alexis McAllister is like Bettina or the McAllister. And I say, McAllister ball cross. You know, McAllister ball cross or chair ball. On Liverpool team, the controller or the conductor of the Liverpool team is Ryan Gravenberch. It is not McAllister. McAllister is a midfielder enforcer. He's an additional midfielder. On your player, Obeka say ye chile game in left, game in right. Again, or say Bruno G. The fact that he sits in front of the back line does not mean he doesn't conduct. Marco Verratti was sitting in front of the back line, he was conducting. Toni Kroos in his last Madrid days was sitting in front of the back line, he was conducting. Andri Pirlo was just in front of the back line, he was conducting. Into conductors on the field of play, no. Coach Professor Obama Enzo Fernandez in the Argentine team, the conductor of their team, it is either Enzo Fernandez or Leandro Paredes. It is not McAllister. Okay. It is an game.
And Medi Jaka Krana Fia Twa Jumedino. So the next 4 matches are crucial as it determine whether Kumasi Santikotoko lift the GPL trophy or not. This is the moment for show hunger, determination, and fight for the badge. No room for complacency. No space for excuses. Every game is a final from here on. Players need to be proactive, stay focused, and give everything. Kumasi Santikotoko must win the league this year. Nothing less is acceptable. Ohineba Kwachi, Cologne, Germany. And I do what to say, bam.
I think it was all good job to training and players anymore.
No, Omokai.
No Mokai.
The Biamon kind of
They
impress.
really want to win. They gave Biano person much.
Yeah.
We also the Biamokai. And almost no
Masum. The beer can catch
the beer also Motia. So Africa win also, you win also, you win also. No flame the excuses.
Never be one massa, Nampen for so Saturday program. No, we sing in Chama, Omonon Communities. Kessben. You can come back.
You Chama F.
No. Company.
Okay.
I'm going to Somuntis. Now, if you follow TB.
I think so. Kotokofone, they had an instant benefit of that. They had an instant benefit of the Saturday's program. Yegusuye program rana that suggestion say Fabu census. The best way to reach most of Kotoko fans and or more subscribe to Fabu census will be a number into Omunyusu what do you call it, bulk message. Yeah. And Richie will be they took it up and used it. In fact, Sunday they took it up. I told you it was something.
How we are listening management power.
So
yes,
quickly. I think
okay, suggestions I earlier.
Yeah.
Say players, the next day, na players,
in fact,
no wonder. Sunday, it should stay the work ground. We are listening management.
Follow up calls.
Yeah.
Follow up with calls.
I see.
Who are no when you call? Call no unknown number. But don't pick here. No, I shall say Kakotoko game. Ebe basu no first no results. Yes, so I think that they are making good use of technology.
Dear Papa, say. Sabi anyansa ni ba ku fotri etoto adwen nti o kana se twasumu kwa dia omo ebefa Asante Kro management headed by Nana Prinkra mo ya de nyakopon hira mo na da mbati a feel say ye bia no fanka ho na ebetimi aboa club mo ya de in fact me hu sa ne manu mi no me say wow ni pasa na be de mo ye
players in the dem ho ya shock like anymre na no say flyers in na we station we station we original
wow that day we a twice no mo de bi kan wa stadium ho mbo difference na the hard yan say ombeba na mo perform
resource in adwuma na mo players and your work confidence obetimi akasa their fans
yes
obi o yem focal work confidence obetimi asa deliver o park and so no only the team no You know.
Okay. Doc, Awal. Memra ho kakra na.
Oh. I think so. Yeah, man on the day na.
Anke we are no, but me kwa Awal ho ansana.
Real Madrid for
man ayi.
Arsenal for.
Oh, dear wura.
General, omuno romba. And na ye betu stadium nim, ye be kata so. And na be see, and na Florentino Perez no kasa, no we kasa na throw football for as UEFA for now say the referee for the match. You go here. Florentino Perez no machine referee.
So every time, that was a gaga.
Florentino Perez, Real Madrid president, and I drove for national. Yellow jersey no money referee with referee. Trying to portray the Madrid for me, Tracy camera referee.
Don't be beyond by it.
Yes, Ombe against Arsenal. But
it's a very idea, pa.
Even your name,
and a BD match, French referee.
Yeah.
Only D Madrid and Man City 3-3 open about Liverpool Madrid this season 2-0 or Anfield only D.
Oh, okay.
Arsenal. Florentino Perez a compromise players run time Europe bonus is our two idea qualifier special bonus to the players.
Prayer they say Arsenal be shego. Oh,
you know, approaching the key.
Approaching the ball, but to net.
And I'm saying, you know, approaching the key. Say, Omo Kotana, and now Omo call money. They say, no problem. No,
Andy, I dear Arsenal here against City. Okay, wait here a few weeks.
A City team bay. City team bay.
That time, not City want, not send that, not Guardiola and Shadi.
Again, it is not Luis Kelly.
Yes.
It is not Jacob Quavo. It's the team or the team's not be defensive. No, show more on back line. Inter can be defensive because they have 3 experienced solid back line.
Yeah.
In Vrij, Sir Benjamin Pavard and now Matthew Damian and I say Bastonia or Maba. So what you say? Say Gabriel, Luis Kelly okay. Now say Bia Julia Timbers here fitter. With Pate fit, you can sit back. Okay. So into yana individuals now. Shep ATM for no mom dombo defense.
Assembly nyina ye adwen ben na yen Arsenal yen kom.
Tie.
Approach to the game.
And I am koye nim.
When na kasa Arsenal player ba ko so mu concede first goal kra na omunim plan B assuming they concede the first goal they know what they will do.
Okay.
You see shell Real Madrid front four no. Now the dia gross o concede first goal nim dey o betima ya. First goal ni concede na say o man ko e kire o.
Dog game we about mentality.
Mentality.
Na said na Madrid for
no. Okay, PSG ne Barca 6-1.
Yeah, 6-1.
PSG say you mudi kan share Barca 4. Ye ko bo second o mo practice penalties. Ye nyam mo second leg
only for one.
Watch a 4-0. Yeah. O say practice penalty. So deep we doing what the can't say we be concede.
Because
6-1. So your mentality no day no.
And in this competition there has been a number of comebacks.
Yeah.
Big brave.
Roma
de Barcelona.
Yeah. Liverpool, Barca.
Our mama headlines ka credit.